Hey, I'm going to do a quick screencast on TestNav practice for the spring assessments. So TestNav is the app that students will be testing on for the pre-ACT and the ACT, and there are practice tests available in TestNav. They don't need to log into anything. They don't need to do anything special on their Chromebook. They just need to go to this web address right here. And this will be the screen that pops up when they go there. And for freshmen and sophomores, they're going to select pre-ACT. We're going to bypass this username and password and come down here and go to practice tests. You can see that there's a TestNav 8. That's not for us. So pre-ACT 9, pre-ACT 10 secure. These are this is the platform that the students will be on in April. And the nice thing is that it gives them full length, it gives them practice rather on all of the features that they're going to come into contact with when they take the test. So knowing that our freshmen and sophomores had a little bit of trouble navigating the tests, understanding what they were supposed to do with, the English sections, like what did it mean when things were underlined in the passage. They didn't necessarily know that that matched up with the question. So I think it's super important that they come in here and do some actual practice. And so just for giggles, we're going to pick English. It then brings them a drop-down menu. For most of our students, they're going to do English timed. If it's a special education student and they do get accommodations, they can select untimed. There's a text-to-speech. There's a script, so they can practice with the various tools that are assigned to them if they are a special education student with accommodations. But I'm going to pick English timed just because that's what most of our students will be doing. It's going to load up the platform, and you can see that there are 3 sections, and it looks like it's a full practice test. So I think in terms of getting our students ready, it is vital that they actually do a full-length practice test in TestNav. So we're just going to say guest, and I'll put my name in here just for the sake of it. So I'm going to start. Again, here we go. It's a main overview of the section. It's going to show them, gives us some tips. Again, this is like a section of the test. It shows them how to navigate so they can get some practice with what it is they're supposed to do in TestNav. We're going to go to the next section. That's the end of the main overview. Yay, submit. And this is exactly what's going to happen when they're taking the test. They're going to get this warning. Oh, are you sure you want to do this? Yeah, we're going to do this because we want to go on to the next section. Showing me that it's not timed. Here are the section directions. We're going to move on. End of that section. Submit. Yes. All right, so here we go. So when you do this in class, when your teachers do this in class, it's going to be planned like a regular test session, right? So I think it's super important for all freshmen, sophomores, and juniors to take all 4 sections during a class period so that they understand how the test functions, all of the moves that they can make, all of the tools that are available to them. So here we go. It's going to give them the directions. This is exactly the directions that they will see in April. Maybe you wouldn't have them take a look at the opportunities that they have to review the questions. Right, so this shows them that they've got 48 questions, 48 unanswered. The bookmark piece will allow them to bookmark a question to come back. So let's just peruse through some of this. So again, here we go. This is the piece that students are going to struggle with because they're not going to know necessarily what is aligned to what the question is. And so this is a little bit different than I think what they saw in Horizon. They saw there would have been a number 1 under here, right? So here's where we're going. On summer afternoons, my sister and I used to go for creek walks. So if that's good and we think that's good, I'm going to say no change, right? And then they hit the next button, okay? And so then the next part is highlighted. So I think it's going to be super important for students to go through and practice this so that they know what they're looking at. And let's say I want to bookmark this and go on. Like I don't know the answer to that one. If I come back to the review, it's going to show me that I answered that question and I bookmarked question 2. And that's also going to show me this bookmark here. And so I'm not going to go through every single thing here, but I think it's super important for students to get into the platform and practice with exactly what they're going to be faced with in April. The other piece is that I can schedule a horizon test if you want me to, but I think this might be a little more important for them to do so that they have actual practice with what the test looks like in TestNav. If you have any questions, I'm happy to meet with you and walk through some things. But let's get a practice test through TestNav on the schedule for all of our freshmen, sophomore, and junior students.